There, Delaney is a good student, is already nagging, so here is the last part. How do we do the rendering and rebuilding that product? So I will open this as a reference inside kind of like my image viewer, so I can see how my rendering compares to there. This is a white environment. It's pretty bright. We also have a reflective ground plane. So this is all pretty easy. We actually look from an angle. Looks like the light is coming from the right side. Very good. So I go to top view, add a camera, move the camera further away, and Shift A, add a lattice, select the camera, select the lattice, Control T or track to constraint. Very good. This one I will scale down a little bit. With 0, I switch to the view. G and Z move slightly up. G and Z, zoom in, and then select the empty 2, and I move both things up. Cool. Now, this package obviously is to close. So this is the y-axis, G and Y, move it a little bit behind, G and X, move a little bit to the side. Yeah, so we can just simulate the positioning pretty well. This has a ground plane, so Shift A, plane. In object mode, I simply make this huge because it has to be big. This is also more rectangular, so let's make this whole rendering more rectangular. There's the output, let's say 1,000 by 1,000. And I can select the camera again, click ZZ, closer in, select the camera and the empty, press G, and then I frame my subject better. And I think I have to look down more from the top. GZ, maybe go up there. Oh yeah, see actually the top a little bit more. Select my camera, go to the camera, and then tilt shift this back down. There. Okay, this may be a little bit too high. There. GZ. There, GZZ, zoom in a tick more. Okay, 50 is good. This no, let's make 75. GZZ, and I zoom out. Yeah, this angle starts to look better. Okay, very good. Now you have to finish your materials. So for example, these metallic parts are kind of like the same as this color. So I can right click, copy path data. I just click Command or Control C. Go to here, make a material, new, and then paste this one in. Also 1 and point. This should be 0. There, 1 and 0.2. There, 1, 0.2 should be 0. There, so you see I'm giving all these objects the same material. Press H to hide this, because this needs that material. And in my case, I see they are fused together. Never mind, that's good. So let's make new. There's our plastic material. 0.2. And then I go to a front view, go to edit mode, go to wireframe, AA, and press B and select all these, I'm in face mode, all these faces on top. Okay, that's good. Because all these faces I would like to give this material. And then I click assign. Copy, and let's go to viewport and say there, paste this one in. Very good. There you see everything has that stuff. And there we can see that metal there. Cool. Let's save. Let's take a look at this. Oh, this is close. So we would like to have a light coming from the right, and the bottom actually has to be reflective. So we make this really nice and white. Specular, roughness down. Okay. And what render engine we're in? We want this to be cycled. I need to have the light on the right side. So I'm going to slice this one more time. Go to the viewport, press 7 for the top, Shift A, give me an area light. This area light I will rotate. There, move this to here, slide this way too huge. So size maybe 10 centimeters. I would say 20 centimeters, strength 1. Gen Z, move this one up. And then we start the render process, and woo, there we are. Now it starts looking pretty awesome. We have to change the position, so we get a smaller shadow just there. I see that. There we are. Okay, very good. What happens if we take the worlds and make this one actually white? It's actually not make this perfectly white, but these should be 0.8. My light here, 0, so 0.5. So I just have a little bit of light coming, 0.1. Yeah, okay. So this environmental light is maybe a tick too strong. Make this back to white, maybe 0.5, 0, 0.75, 0.5. Okay. Let's go to output. Where's the film stuff? That wasn't it? Where are they hiding this stuff now? Oh, camera, color management, base color, high contrast. Okay, very good. We can actually use the curves and blow this up a little bit, and maybe blow this down a little bit for the contrast. Nope. This one we do not. We just only increase the brightness a tick. And then we can see actually what's nice. This is white, and you see this is not white. So this does not really have like pure super white. Plus, it will be a little bit photoshopped too. So this is a little bit of a post-pro. What we can do now is adjust actually first the metallic color. So this orange is maybe good. Let's go to the saturation. Maybe this actually really goes to there. See, that gets closer. Then we copy this, go to the metallic part and paste this in. Okay, very nice. We can see in the photo this is actually reflective, and we can see the text. This is blurry, so this roughness here is too high. There we can see now the text. There, the same. Okay. And yeah, so continue working on this a little bit and try to work with the lights, and then slowly work yourself closer so you have a rendering that is nicely illuminating everything and casting the shadow here. You see this is also nice and bright. We can, for example, take one light here. So this light, Shift D, and make a copy and rotate it around. just bring this one to here, because what I want to see is where do I have to, and there we are. See, where do I have to put this light so it shows up in the reflection? See this? This was kind of like a giveaway for me. There we have it. So we just put in another light there. We can increase the strength, 0.1, 0.5. Oh, I also look what happens on the ground. This gets really nicely illuminated. I don't really like how flat these parts are. On my rendering, this gets a little bit more of definition up there, which I think looks better. Shift E, let's make another light. Put this to there and see how this works. So with these lights, I try to brighten up the ground. You see that there? I was actually just guessing, but that's exactly the way how they did it. 0.1. No, actually my metal color is too bright. But yeah, a little bit more tweaking. And then there you are. So like with tweaking, let's say here I made this really bright. So maybe I should bring the saturation back. What about, I lowered this a little bit. This is actually really nice. This does not show the light reflected. In my case, it does. So that's not necessarily ideal the way how I have it. Well, maybe needs the light to be positioned somewhere else. So what happens when we just move it further away? And there we are. You see, so it was just a question of how close is that thing. Now, to blow out the rest, let's see, we make another light. So this light minus 180, so it looks that direction. Very good. This light should be really large, 2 meters. G and Z, move this one up. So what happens when G and Y, I bring this one closer? Two. Why doesn't this show up in the rendering reflection? That's interesting. So U height and U height and U height. Here's that big one. Also going to turn off this for the moment. Oh, there it is. Actually shows up. It's just not strong enough. Oh, and the angle is not good. I want this to come towards the camera. You can see it's lined up with the grid, so I have to rotate it for the camera. So I bring this one back, maybe to there. So the rest up here that we can then fix in Photoshop 10. Okay. We move this one up and down. Now we can extend it by moving it up. I extend it to there. Oh, look at that. Looks pretty nice. Alt H. So curious. No, when we move this one. Okay, yeah. So this backlight is actually still too weak. 100. Yeah, see how it blows that stuff out. All the stuff melts better. And maybe the reflectivity of this thing is a tick too strong, so 0.5. Adjust this. 0.2. Oh, we also have the world here back. We can work with 0.5. That adds a little bit of brightness to it. 1. I forgot the one. That was turned off. Yeah. Small drop shadow at the bottom. We don't really have this drop shadow there, and that's simply because my ground plane is just a tick too close to my object. Now just move this a little bit down, and then this one I move a little bit up, and then it's paper. It deforms a little bit. There, we added a little bit more of a contact shadow there. Okay, so this kind of like gives you some strategies about the lighting. Please feel free to experiment and further tinker with the results. And yeah, that's basically everything wrapping up this project.